Lou Drews. Lou has traveled many places over the years, but the cast of characters she met on her last trip were a sight to see in themselves. Sharing some takeaways from her trip is Lou with her 5 to 7 minute speech titled, "This is your captain speaking." Please help me welcome Lou. So who here has been on a cruise before? All right, lots of people. Who here has been on a Star Trek cruise before? What? That's just me. Well, I didn't see any of you, so it clearly is just me. And you're going to be disappointed, Greg, but the girl that has never seen one episode of Star Trek just returned from the official maiden voyage of the Star Trek cruise. It's true. So, what is a Star Trek cruise, you may be wondering? Well, it's 2,500 of some of the biggest Star Trek fans all on a cruise ship together with a few Star Trek celebrities sprinkled here and there. So today I want to talk to you about, if you should so choose to join the 2018 Star Trek cruise, some of the key things to remember on your trip. The first thing is ripped straight from Us Weekly headlines, "Stars are just like us." And this story starts innocently enough with my mother-in-law and I just wanting to go to the top deck. It's vacation, so of course we're lazy. We're going to take the elevator up. We push the button, the elevator doors open. There's a gentleman kind of blocking the way, but clearly there's room on the elevator. So I say, "Excuse me." We walk on to the elevator, and we're going up, and the gentleman that was kind of blocking us before, he starts giving somebody instructions. He's telling them, "Okay, we're gonna get off, we're gonna turn right, you're gonna go to a room, you're gonna be there for 20 minutes. I'm like, who the hell is he talking to? Like they are 4 years old. So I look up and I double take, and standing right next to me is William Shatner. And he looks amazing for being 85 years old. Like, kind of like, are you a wax figure? Amazing. He looks really great. So about that time, my mother-in-law realizes that he's right there, and the doors are opening, and they're going off, and she manages to eke out a, "Well, hello there." I'm just in silence because I can't believe I didn't notice him standing right next to me. So stars, they are lazy just like that, like us. The second point, which I found very fascinating, but Star Trek is a livelihood. And I don't mean just for when those actors are on the show. It really is kind of its own universe. And I think somebody that really kind of showed this was Denise Crosby, who I know as the mom on Pet Sematary, but come to find out she was actually on Star Trek as well. She was everywhere. She was introducing panels, or excuse me, she was introducing shows, she was moderating panels, she was mingling with the fans and taking autographs and photos with all of them. And what was really surprising to me is that she was on the show for one season, and she was riding the wave 30 years later. She was on the show 30 years ago, which is insane to me. But I think it proves that this is its own universe. So once you are in, this becomes kind of a livelihood for these actors. So they are very generous with their times, and they absolutely adore their fans. The third thing what I found fascinating, and which I'm sure you all are probably wondering about, is the fans. And I must say they're actually pretty tame, except when it came to their outfits. So I've been on several cruises, and a lot of times you have, your different groups. You have your spring breakers who are up at 10 a.m. ready to drink and party till 5 a.m. And then you have your kids that are running around because it's free babysitters everywhere, so it's a lot of chaos, it's loud, you can barely get a lounger. Well, these people weren't like that. It was very calm. They were very particular about why they were there. They were there to see and hear the panels. They were there to see their favorite stars speaking. So it was a very, very different vibe. But when it came to the costumes, there were people there that had elaborate costumes every single day on the cruise. Luckily, they knew to keep the weird in-house, so when we were in port, they didn't wear their outfits out. But once they were back on the ship, it was free reign to let their freak flags fly. So, should you find yourself packing your bags for the 2018 Star Trek cruise, there's 2 of them with George Takei. I will not be joining. These are the things that you need to remember. The stars, they are just like us. You could see them in the elevator riding up with you, or in the midnight buffet line, which actually did happen to me. They are going to be very generous with their time because to you, they mean money. And then lastly, you need to make sure you're packing your Spock ears, but also the outfits to go along with those Spock ears. So I want to leave you with what I think is the Star Trek golden rule as you go into the rest of your weekend, which is live long and prosper.